Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 10:50 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving the world one household at a time. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Kimiator Peak Performance Coaching.
Welcome back to Fabulous Lifestyle Radio. It's your host, Steve Matley, for the finance segment. We are talking to Paul Matamoros of Metro Properties Holding Company, LLC, and we're casting a vision for the future town, the existing town, but the future of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Paul, when we left off, we were casting a vision for this, and I mentioned a little bit like Epcot, but here's a question. I know the focus is on the biotech, the autonomous commercial areas, and helping engender the business startups. Does your vision also include the necessary support a community has to have, like the homes, the schools, the parks, the shopping and entertainment? Is that a part of the vision that you're putting together?
Yes, of course, Steve. When you first started interviewing me, you said this is going to be a legacy that's going to live on. And anything that I've studied in development always looks into the future. Sometimes we take it for granted that people see this same vision of yours, but that's not true. So, of course, I just mentioned one property. There are many properties here that we're looking at, and one of them in particular is in the Civic Center Plaza. What makes a city is to start to build that plaza. The components in that plaza that I've even have a video on that too, that I present to potential investors, is when you go to Rio Rancho, it really looks like vast amounts of land, but the city of Rio Rancho put its civic center right in the middle, geographically speaking, right in the middle of Rio Rancho. And through the years that I've been here, just 10 years that I've been here, slowly but surely, we have UNM, the science department there, CNM. We have the orthopedic center there too. We have the senior center there. But what I'm trying, and we even have a new park there outside amphitheater. We even have the Rio Rancho center there for entertainment. But I'm looking at this in a big scale. There are still vast amounts of space that I'm thinking we could put some towers up there, high-end condominiums that would have a beautiful view of the mountain. I already spoke with the mayor of Rio Rancho. We had a 3-hour luncheon a couple of weeks back, just him and I asked him, Mayor, what is the height restriction over there? He said, Paul, if you want to break the skyline, let's do it. We have to, any information, any education that I've ever delve into about developing anything, you have to make a mark for people to look at you. So sometimes you have to just get out there and say, hey, listen, look at us. So what better way to get out there and put some higher end condominiums out there to house the workers there, workforce housing. Of course, we want to always think about those that probably don't have a scale that pays high, but we're working on that. Along with that, I always look at San Francisco as my matrix. The Civic Center Plaza there is so beautiful and unique in the sense that everything is close by. If you wanted to go to an opera, you're there at the Opera House. You wanted to get to Fisherman's Wharf, it's there. If you wanted to go to a nice bar, restaurant, everything is there. So we're wanting to do this in that area. And it has to be in the Civic Center Plaza first, because I think that that's where people are going to take this city seriously. With that said, the plaza, the Opera House, the Performing Arts Center, other parks, places where people don't really need a car to really enjoy. That's going to involve restaurants, biking, walking. Steve, you as well as I know, and Marie, This is an outdoor place. People love this area. They love to go hiking. So if you could just imagine on these knolls living there and having this beautiful, gorgeous view, and that you could get out and have a coffee or go eat somewhere, cycle, go take in a show. This is how Rio Rancho is going to get on the map.
Okay, and then for our listeners' benefit, put that on the map for us. As far as it's near Albuquerque, it's near Santa Fe, but where is it really located in there?
Yeah, we share a border. We share the south. Let's see, the south west border of Albuquerque, and
Okay.
it's the next city. As soon as if you're driving on Coors Boulevard heading north, you are going to pass some. You're going on Albuquerque, and you're going to pass. Oh gosh, the Home Depot on the right. Wine and more. And as you go up the knoll and you're heading into Intel, that is where Rio Rancho starts.
Okay.
When you get up to that knoll, you're going to see that there's vast amount of space. There's already building going on. But if you continue westbound on West Side Boulevard, that's where all the Unser Gateway is happening. We're looking at 61 acres there. That could be the new medical bioresearch slab or block of land there. And in there, we're going to have different housing as well. But that's just one. If you continue northbound on 528 and now passing Southern Boulevard, and now you're going to go northbound, they're widening that interstate or the highway road there, 528. And that's where we're and pass it northern. My office is to the left of that. Well, all that area, as you keep coming into or driving northbound, there's going to be an exit that goes into Civic Center. And that is where we're talking about, just westbound of that, where you're going to have the beautiful view of the mountain and the river. So these are areas that are really open. So we're about 45 minutes south of Santa Fe. Not too far. We share the border too with Bernalillo. And these are quaint little towns. They're beautiful.
Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful area of New Mexico. New Mexico itself, as a state, is beautiful. So now this show is really around finance, and I know we've talked a lot about vision and legacy and those kind of things, but this is getting to the point, and that is if there's listeners out there that are interested and have the capacity, they can participate in this. Is that right?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so walk us through that. How can they get involved in something like this?
Okay, well, my title is an impact investor manager. So I'm wanting to have a huge impact on this. And so I manage, along with my attorney, we could manage groups of investors that want to be partners, equity partners on this. If we really think about it, there's been so much talk about, I want to do something. And what I loved about your video that I saw yesterday, Steve, is you really have to be you have to make things happen. This is where you think outside the box. So I'm really wanting to, end this status quo of finance. There is no reason in the technology that we have today that there can't be a group of masterminded people that get together for a good, worthy cause, put their money together, be partners in something, everything done right, and be partners and reap the benefits so that we don't always have to wait on banks to make a move. If you think about it, the money that people have in their banks, if you have $250,000 there and you're making more than 2%, wow, you're probably making.
You're likely making less than 1%, less than 0.5% right now. Absolutely, and
yes,
at a time when we're experiencing some hyperinflation coming up. Cash is not where you want your money.
Exactly. So what we're wanting to do is have people look at what they could do with the money that they have available. What's nice about having these syndicates really, and nowadays where there's more, more guidance, more transparency, is that you could really see what your money is trying to put out. One, because there is a shortage on housing. Anywhere you go, there's a shortage in housing. So housing, to me, I saw it growing up. It's always a good hedge for you to put your money in. If you look at places even like in San Francisco where the commercial property, granted, there are people that moved away and that but The rent will never go down to the point that people are going to lose their money. Commercial space will always be of value, especially if you're going to convert it into places where people could live, work, play. Post-COVID type of building is what we're trying to get across to people. You have to live somewhere. People are coming here. You're going to get more for your money out here. And the beautiful thing is that you could be part of this legacy, that you're going to be building a city. Think about that, a modern city.
Right, and I understand the producer of this show, Fabulous Lifestyle, Marie Waite, she's a partner with you in this deal, I understand. And she let me know that if people want to invest, they can contact her, actually, and she can route them to you and get them involved with it. So if you want that information, Marie Waite's the producer of Fabulous Lifestyle, and that's 951-370-5316. You can just 951-370-5316, and you can contact her about this property, and she can connect you with Paul directly. I'm being handed a note here. It's outside. 951-378. Oh, I gave the wrong number. How do you like that? See, this is what happens to speed dial. It destroys our brain. Remember, I used to have 1,000 phone numbers in my head, and now I can't think of my own. Okay, 951-378. 378-5316. Contact Marie, and again, she's working with Paul as a partner on this project, and she can help you get connected. And it's a fabulous, fabulous vision that you have, Paul. And my company's actually working on something similar in an Arizona city that, like you, we drove into it and said, I feel like we just drove into a scene from the movie Cars, where right, it's the town the highway skipped, right? It's just off the highway. And so you've got the big city over there, and then you got this little town that just got forgotten, and you're going, gosh, it's 20 minutes from all the other areas that are growing, and somehow it got missed. And so I can completely relate to your vision up there. Now I'm going to have to go check out Rio Rancho for myself, because you've piqued my interest in it. I love those little towns like that, and I love that you have a vision, not just to throw a business in there or to flip some land or make a little money, but to truly create a community. I say the show's called Fabulous Lifestyle, and what I hear is you are going to create a fabulous lifestyle for the citizens and the visitors and the businesses in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. I think that's absolutely amazing, and these are the kind of things that give us vigor in life and make us want to get up and do things, and we know they live on well after us. So we've got about a minute before we've got to wrap this up. Paul, do you have any final thoughts you want to share with the audience?
Yes, I wanted to thank Marie. We just met not too long ago, and it's really nice that we do have some things in common. Marie lived out here, from what she shared with me. And as a business person, as business people, the strength lies in seeing value in people and letting people join in on this venture, because this is way bigger than us. And like you mentioned, Steve, the legacy will live on. So it's great to have Marie on my side, on our side here from Southern California, working out things so she could vet people going through, because definitely it does take time. Yeah. We do want to do this the right way, and it's really nice to have someone on the team like this.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. We appreciate you being on the show. That's Paul Matamoros from Metro Properties Holding Company, LLC, talking about Rio Rancho, New Mexico. We need to go to a break right now. Thank you so much for being on, Paul. We'll have you on later.
We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 1050 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving over 5 million households in the Inland Empire, North County, San Diego, Orange County, and San Gabriel Valley. We are serving the world one household at a time. We are also in iHeart, Spotify, Tiki Live, Ustream, Apple, iTunes, and anywhere with your favorite podcast. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Kim Yater Peak Performance Coaching.